So guys, so far we have been talking about merchants, right? When we go to the rules, when we create the rules, obviously there is an option called merchant here. If you can see, there is an option called merchant, which I said dominoes and all that, right? So how can we add those merchants? Subscribers automatically comes, like whenever from the Paytm, from the front end, if somebody is registered, automatically the data flows into this MFS system. But the merchants, the data, the registration doesn't happen from the front end, like you download the Paytm and then it might not it cannot happen. So you as a Paytm employee has to create the merchants. Subscribers automatically, they download the Paytm app, and then they register, automatically the data flows into the system. But the merchants, that doesn't happen that way. So you, as a Paytm employee, you create the merchants. Let's say the merchant name is Pizza Hut. Okay, so the merchant name is, let's say, I'll say, okay, let's say Isha. Okay, Isha Training Solutions. Okay, Isha Training Solutions, not Isha Training Solutions. Let's say Isha, name is Isha, the business name is Pizza Hut. Okay, the business name is Pizza Hut, and the logo or whatever it is we can upload. Okay, so I have my logo, I will upload it here, or any document. Okay, it says the file size should be less than 20 KB, so we can figure out a 20 KB file and upload it. Okay, and this is a wonderful case study, how to deal with the uploads. A lot of people ask me, in LoadRunner or in Jmeter, how do you deal with the uploads? This is a wonderful case study for that. Okay, so KVID, okay, any KVID we will give. Okay, only numbers. Okay, and then you can give the address, whatever the address that you think is appropriate. The email ID you can give it. Okay, and language seems to be mandatory. Let's give it Hindi. Okay, and let me see if there is any mandatory. Okay, and status, let's save it, let's make it as active. Okay, and then we will try to save it. Okay, so you see merchant details is it's showing up. Okay, and then I'll say process and it's successful. Now you say, okay, Pizza Hut is what I have created, right? I can search with the Pizza Hut. Okay, now you see, click on that, you see reference number is 307, merchant Pizza Hut, it is created on so and so date. Okay, last updated 2021-21, and available balance is 100. You can watch it from here. Okay, or the KVR ID, I think if I give, it doesn't matter. Let me try with Isha. Okay, so Isha, yes, you see it's showing up. Okay, you see this is the reference number, and this is the merchant. So reference number looks like date stamp is there, and then merchant Isha. Okay, so kgupta.testing training. Okay, last updated is today. Okay, and it's showing up here. So you have to not search with the Pizza Hut, which is the business name. Looks like you should search with the actual name. Okay, so you see it's showing up here. Now you can add that Isha that I have created into this one. Okay, 7 elite members. I'll try to add that one. Okay, let me search that Isha. Oh, it's not showing up. Okay, let me search with Pizza Hut. Why is it not showing? It's supposed to show up here. Okay, and then you can add it to this list here, the elite members list. Okay, so maybe it might take a little more time, I believe, but typically it is supposed to show up here. Okay, then we can add it, or maybe if I can create a new group. Okay, I'll say create new group, and then if I search with either Pizza Hut or Isha. Okay, so it's not showing up, but it's fine. That's the idea. The data has to come up here, which you can add it to the groups. Okay, so it's all this one. So this is how we can create the merchants, and whatever the merchants that we have created here, you can see it from the home page. But looks like the group is only for the subscribers, not for the merchants. Okay, so anyways, so this is how. This is what the application. With this you can do a whole lot of things, guys. Okay, you can learn how to upload. Okay, and then when you create the rules, or we go to the fee, right? So when you go to the slab, you can add more slabs. Okay, and when you add more slabs, how do you deal that? Okay, maybe for the first iteration only one slab needs to be added. For the second iteration or for the second user, 2 slabs to be added. For the third user, 3 slabs to be added. Like this you can play around in the LoadRunner or Jmeter. How do you handle that? That is one of the wonderful case study you can do. Okay, and rules. Okay, so you have to figure out how many things are there here. I mean, this is also a wonderful case study. You have to figure out how many options are there and delete, let's say, first four, or delete only the ones which are there. For to delete all the rules, first we need to know how many rules are there, and then we delete one by one. Okay, this is also a wonderful case study, for creating the scripts. And here, let me log out. Okay, so without your knowledge, as I've told you, underneath there is base64 encoding is there for some of the dynamic values, plain to URL encoding is there for some of the dynamic values, and you have seen the security questions, right? It's very hard to handle, that is there. Okay, so like this, lot of scripting challenges are there, and we are creating a real-time project both on LoadRunner and also on Jmeter, guys. So like a real live project for this application, how to handle it with Jmeter, a real live project. Okay, using this application, using LoadRunner. These are the two courses which I have planning. I'm looking for an appropriate trainer for that. Luckily, I think I found one. So we put together and create this course, and maybe most of the people who have done like 5 months or 1 year, they don't know how the whole project happens end to end. Okay, so this will be a wonderful course, and this application is available for everybody in the world, so you can start using this application and start creating the scripts end to end flows. I've given you so many flows. At least you can create 10 scripts, I believe. So start creating and then start applying the load and start playing around, guys. And feel free to send this URL to all your friends, whoever is the performance testing experts. Let them practice it. A lot of challenges are there. Once you start creating the scripts, you will know it. But definitely, this should not be your first application for creating the scripts. You can create a simple scripts on WebTours or JPEG Store, and once you play around with that and you say that enough is enough, now I'm more confident, then come to this application. Otherwise, you might lose the confidence, guys. So on that note, I'm taking off. Okay, anybody who's interested, watching these videos, interested, saying that I want to enroll for this live project. Okay, which like what we will cover, we will start with the estimations from NFR gathering to the test plan to creation, identify all the scenarios, then create the scripts for it and put it in the controller or Jmeter and run one load test, stress test, soak test, endurance test, and while the test is going on, monitor the servers, and once the whole test is done, create a report and templates, what kind of templates you have to use to submit the report, and once all the reports have been done and final closure report, how it should be, all that will be covered as a part of the course. The people who already know Jmeter or LoadRunner are eligible for this course, because we are not going to teach you the LoadRunner in this course, or we are not going to teach you the Jmeter in this course. We're going to teach you the end-to-end thing, how it happens in the real world, so that when you go to the interviews, you can talk more freely, more confidently, and you know exactly what happens. Okay, and also get a taste for how a real-time project, what kind of challenges you have, you get a taste for that, because this application, for a starter, it will be little difficult. You play around with some sample applications, then come to this application, it will be good. And I'm sure once that course is done and you have taken the course, much more confidently you can go into a project, a real-time project. On that note, I'm taking off, guys. Thank you so much.